All right, guys, let's get the show started. What a what a 24 hours. Just like Raph said, huh? Let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Uh, we got some big earnings coming up tomorrow with Google. And then we also got Amazon coming up in 3 days. So Apple just had theirs, right? They dropped about 3.4% today and is trading on the 144 EMA. Just put that on Do Not Disturb. There we go. It's traded on the 144 EMA now on the daily. But we'll go into the charts here soon. So yeah, Apple just had its earnings. Amazon we got in 3 days, and then we got Google tomorrow, and then just about everyone on the Mag 7 has reported except Nvidia. They report a little bit later. They report in 3 weeks. The Mexicanos keep calling art. Microsoft also reported, and Tesla also reported. So we'll go over those charts here in a bit, but let's talk about all the uncertainty and what led to it, right? One of the big things was the tariffs, right? On February 1st, Trump said that it was going to be 25% tariffs on Mexico and Canada, and that led the markets kind of shaky, and then that's when we saw the accelerated sell-off. But it was already in the chart that sell-off was coming. If you guys watched the Bitcoin video, if you guys watched the ETH video, you guys saw what I was talking about. In terms of the stock market, you know, some of these were pretty easy to spot out. Some not so much. For example, like I know Microsoft was kind of a tough one. That was quite a bit of a fake out. But so yeah, that was the big cause of the dip, and then we saw today that they were basically saying, hey, we're going to wait 30 days and we're going to put a pause on these tariffs for 30 days. So the market rebounded, right? And now I think Bitcoin is back at 100K. But what's going to happen in 30 days when the tariffs are not paused anymore? I guess we'll let the chart tell us and let the chart teach us, because the chart was telling us where Bitcoin was going to dip to and was telling us that, hey, the bearish trend has started. Some other pretty interesting executive orders that got fired off. And I needed to take a screenshot and then kind of write all this down because the list was just kind of nuts. But there's there was a bunch of executive orders sent out, and they basically took away over 100 DEI contract positions, eliminating almost $1 billion worth of funds. So saving $1 billion worth of funds because those positions were no longer there. On top of that, the for you Florida folks, Mark Rubio got appointed the USAID chair, and they're basically going to go hammer down on all this wasteless spending. And I had to notate what this money was going to. So there's 2 million going, well, was going. No, I'm sorry. This is what the funds got sent for, and this is what they're trying to cut out and say, hey, no more of this shit. So a transgender opera in Colombia for $2 million of aid. Alleged condom distribution in Gaza, which you guys probably already heard, but basically like $50 million in condoms sent to Hamas in Gaza.
Dude, what?
Come on. Yeah, $50 million in condoms.
Dude,
Guys,
I
stop
was
it.
reading like how like some of these like organizations could apply for like the dumbest organizations that could apply for government funding, like the dumbest things, like injury to like seat warmers. I think Elon was like saying that.
Oh, don't worry. This list gets crazier.
Let me
Uh
hear it.
Okay. $3 million for the aid of circumcision drives in Africa. This one's interesting. Dinosaur puppets in Vietnam.
Dinosaur puppets. How's that for my mic? Is my mic turned up?
That's yeah, that's jacked up. Do you guys need mine up or no? Uh, Gender equality initiatives in Afghanistan. Yeah, because that's what Afghanistan wants from us. Fashion shows in Nigeria. I cannot make this up. Um, Hold on, there's one more. Oh, there's more. 1.5 million to advance DI training in Serbia. $70,000 for production of a DEI musical in Ireland. $47,000 for a trans. Oh wait, I already said that one. And then $32,000 for a transgender comic book in Peru. What the what?
Bro, this has
That's what money. That's literally what U.S. taxpayer money went to. If that's not money laundering, I don't know
it's
what is.
brainwashing. It's aiding to brainwash.
I had to write all that down and notate it because it was so absurd.
You know,
Uh,
I want to
yeah.
say this, dude. Like, I don't have. I want to make this clear. Like, I don't have a problem with the trans community at one bit. The problem is this: is when they push the narrative down the youth's throat. When they push the narrative down your throat without whether you like it or not. That's when I have an issue because that's when it becomes brainwashing to me. You know, these tactics. I kind of sound like what's his name? Jones. What's his Alex Jones right now? But like, dude, like I just got done.
The whole woke agenda though, it's over.
Yeah.
People are getting past that. It's done.
Yeah.
What's infuriating is we have such a big problem with people not being able to pay their bills and this that and it's fucking tax money is going to the most ridiculous stuff ever. It's like wild.
Dude, I was watching this podcast of this ex-KGB agent and how they would brainwash him, right, to kind of like lure him in, and it's kind of like the same concept. They force this narrative from your like surrounding environment. They take you to things. They show you things. They show you the bad side of things, like things of opposing to the KGB. Like one big thing is like they took him to a museum, right? I forgot what kind of war it was, but basically they were just showing them like dead bodies from like adversaries, and and yeah, it's kind of like, I know that's a little dramatic, but it's kind of like the same thing.
Okay, 8 million condoms. At that point, that is ridiculous too. Whatever account, it's why? Anyway, something else happening in South Africa. They are confiscating land. Now
Type shit.
what?
No,
So yeah, they are confiscating land in South Africa. If I get the facts wrong, I do apologize. It was kind of a newer read. It was something like most of the current land owned right now is owned by a small majority of Caucasian folks, white folks, and basically they're trying to, what is the word? It's basically give back the land that was taken from people, and then not them not having to pay it. So it's like, okay, imagine I'm this person, I own this land, and now the government is taking it from me and giving it back to the land of people that it was confiscated from, but the government is not compensating those people. who they're taking the land from. So pretty wild there. I don't know all the exact facts on that. Thanks, Spence. So crazy stuff over there. I'm just reading the comments. Oh yeah, dude, he just sent it. Yeah, this is sick.
That's not the interview I'm talking about, but yeah, I was just about to watch that too last night. This one was like it's like brand new.
And then yeah, so it's basically like the kind of land that was taken unjustly is being taken back. In terms of that, I mean, there's not many other big headlines. I think what happened in the market was already a huge headline. You guys see PLTR, the one thing that is invincible in the market still?
I heard. Hold on, I heard Palantir.
Yep, only trading at a measly $104, $103.
Palantir.
Up 23%
Palantir.
after hours.
Palantir. I need a fucking t-shirt or something, bro. Send me something. A t-shirt.
You've been their biggest cheerleader.
Maybe like a water jug or whatever.
A water jug.
But I'm solely responsible for pumping your fucking stock to $104. And I truly believe that. Your tech isn't even that great.
Wow, that's awesome. Palantir saved my marriage.
Oh, that's so great to hear, man. Listen, if we're losing in one sector, we're winning in another sector. Plain and simple, all right? You know, we like to hedge here. We're big hedge people. We just don't sit there and take it up the yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Was anyone able to capitalize on the dip that we just had?
I did.
I missed every goodbye. Dang. I missed it. Okay. Some people got it, some people didn't.
Yeah.
There you go. Which kid got it? Devin got it. K got it. Type shit got it. I did DCM more BTC, but I also sold off some too. It was
I don't even think.
I don't want to talk about it.
I don't think he realized what he said, Jackie. Anyways, type shit.
Other headline. Did you guys see the order that Trump is asking from Mr. President Zelensky? So he's asking for Ukraine to basically give as much like rare mineral back to the U.S. in terms of how much aid. They said around like $300 billion worth of aid. They want $300 billion worth of like rare minerals, and that's like the minerals you need to make like rechargeable batteries, make electronics like cobalt, mobalt, all that good stuff. That was the other major headline, but besides that,
guys, I want to say something about this dip. So yeah, I mean, definitely shook a lot of people out. Memes got absolutely destroyed. But I really hope you took advantage of it, and I hope we're not sleeping on the AI stuff still. And I just want to point out two, and I made a video about this earlier, two super strong tokens that literally the dip didn't even like move them, barely move them. I think.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is one of those coins called Ondo?
No, actually not. I was talking about Hyperliquid.
Well, Ondo didn't move either.
Hyperliquid and MLG, of course. Hyperliquid saw $19 for like a brief second, and then it's like ripping right back up to 24. But
Graham, we're saying like coins that just like got right back to previous price before the drop. Ondo was one of those.
But another thing is too, it's like you guys got to realize this dip showed a lot of a lot of the cards in a lot of these tokens' hands, right? You know, it definitely is showing like what was overpriced, who was overexposed or whatever, and their conviction in said token. And you gotta. Sometimes you might need to make a tough decision to realize, like, hey, if your token didn't like rebound back pretty, significantly, then that could be a good indicator where you don't get emotional to your back and you might need to cut a loss. Because basically all that was saying is like there's no hope in that project, in my opinion.
Did you guys see Pepe just go right into the zone from the live? Oh, man, so many coins just smacked into the demand zone. I'm sorry, not the supply. The supply is where they sell off into the freaking demand zone. Can I pull up some charts
Did
here?
Pepe rip back up?
Not rip back up, but that's exactly where like I would like to spot buy. Man, miss so many dips. I just had to get some sun and rest, huh? What an idiot.
Like, how could you, bro? Like,
I'm
did you forget we're in a bull market?
shame on
I
me.
want to go to playa. I'm just I'm kidding. I'm messing with you.
What the
But yeah.
Yeah, let me go on some charts. All right, guys. So let's check out Apple. Let's check out some dailies here. So Apple had earnings, did not perform well on earnings, pumped up and then just sold off right after. But we are holding our 144 EMA strong trend line. Excuse me, sorry, we're not used to doing podcasts at 8 p.m.
Weird.
Right. So Apple dipped right back to the 144 EMA, and we're holding here on the 144. If we don't hold, dip right to the 200. Look for a nice little gap reversal action on Apple to see if we bounce back. So Apple, in terms of trend, is now bearish. Well, it's actually been bearish for quite a bit since here. And then this fake out just confirmed it, right? This was the rejection off the 34 EMA. You can see that our 8 EMA never crossed above the 34 EMA, and we never had a candle open and close above the 34 EMA, which is the green line for the newer folks. So, because we continue trading under the 34 EMA, the trend is bearish on Apple. Amazon, strong chart. Amazon and Google, strong charts. If you guys heard my voice announcement the other day, I was saying don't fade Google, don't fade Google. Look at this Apple chart, still trading way up. I'm sorry, not Apple chart. This Amazon chart still trading way above the 34 EMA. Just ate up the dip easy. It's ever since this flag broke out, it's been in a crazy trend. And for those people that are studying the breakout patterns, Amazon couldn't be a more perfect example of like a picture perfect flag. Like it looks like someone drew it out of a book.
Dude, it looks
It's
like
kind of
waving
nuts.
in the sky with so much wind and everything. Like you, like
Got wind in its
looks like
hair.
a
It's
looks like a
running
fucking
on the
flag.
beach of Playa.
Looks like a flag blowing in the wind. I've never seen anything like it.
Right, guys. If you ever get confused on, hey, is this a flag or not? I just go on this bad boy, bang, 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 flag strat. That's a flag to me. Anyway, so Google chart also extremely bullish. One of my favorite charts in the game. Earnings is tomorrow, so that opinion could drastically change. But this pattern is awesome. This was the big previous all-time high before we had the big dip. And then if you look over here to the right, it's always been kind of a resistance area, but now it's turning to a support area, right? So we're now starting to get strength buys on where we were selling off last time. And then we just hit new all-time highs on Friday, and today it performed pretty well, recovered right out the gate. So Google, keep that in mind. Again, it does have earnings tomorrow, but the Google chart is extremely strong and the Amazon chart is extremely strong. And then Meta seems to be bulletproof lately. Ever since Mark Zuckerberg started to work out and do jiu-jitsu and hang out with UFC people, the stock has just been ripping. Um, Bullish uppercut here on Meta Daily with this candle setup. Too high for me to enter. We had 650 calls when Meta dipped to 630, and those calls crushed it. But we sold. Haven't had a good dip to pull back just yet. Yeah, he got the metaverse spending out. He said, "F that." Microsoft not doing too hot, guys. Microsoft not doing too hot. I'm wondering because their earnings were fine. I'm wondering if maybe too much exposure to OpenAI and maybe that was a speculative evaluation on their price. I'm not sure. I'm not a fundamental trader. I'm a technical trader. I trade the chart, but that would be my best guess. Microsoft is trading below all moving averages. When we're trading below all moving averages, it's the most bearish as it could be. Granted, right? We never really seem to have like failed this area, but this chart screams stay away, because it could just completely catapult down, and that's what happens when you don't have all your moving averages.
You want to see a chart art?
Yeah, just give me a sec. Let me finish up.
Yeah. My bad.
Nvidia, yeah, chill out.
Watch
Nvidia
out.
here on the daily chart. First day it's opened and closed under the 200 daily moving average since a very, very, very long time, since 2023 in January. 2023 of January. That's a long time. That's a really long time. So again, this is what I'm saying. When you lose all the moving averages, think of it like the most bearish power that it could be, extremely bearish. Tesla chart also not strong here, guys. Not strong. Open and closed below the 50 and the 34 EMA. Normally this is kind of what happens. So we'll see if we can break out. But price action is going to go back to retest the 34 EMA. If it rejects, right, we don't break through, then we know for sure it's going back down. If it does break through, come back, retest the 34 EMA, then we know it goes to the upside. So with Tesla looking weak, Nvidia looking weak, Microsoft looking weak, and Apple weak, we got like 4 of the 7 Magnificent 7, which are the 7 biggest weighted components of the S&P 500, not looking too good. So we'll see what happens. If Google rips tomorrow, I'm assuming that'll be good. It'll help out the tech sector quite a bit. If Google dumps tomorrow, just watching for more blood. BTC, Fody, before you start real quick. BTC, right? Just like I was saying with that last chart, right? When price action dips, it makes new lows and then it comes back to test the 34 EMA. If it rejects here, then we go lower to the next EMA. If it doesn't reject here and breaks through and holds, then we go up higher. So Bitcoin right now is just testing right now. I am hands off right now. If you guys watch the video, Ethereum, look where ETH is trading.
Damn, dude.
We look 2840 doesn't just hold at 2840 like this if it's not an important level, and same thing with 2740. All morning, ever since that dip, it's been going back and forth between 2740 to 2840. So big level there above 2840. The 3100 area gets retested. Below 2740, just trade all the levels right back down. And then what I was saying about Pepe was on that live, one sec, is like ETH just dumped right back into demand and look like it's just like chilling in this trend still. So whoever bought here, great stuff. Pepe, really similar situation. In the live last, I think 2 weeks ago, I was like, man, that Pepe chart just looks kind of freaking terrible right now. And we were saying like how we wanted it to come back and then dump right back into the zone, and it did that, and we just completely missed that buy, but it's all good. Thoughts on VeChain? It's sitting at a decent amount of cash, worth it. Sector, let's check. VeChain, a proud sponsor of the UFC. I haven't traded VeChain in quite some time. Uh, Same type of setup though on VeChain. Is it just dumped right back into a big demand area and then just went up like you just dump right here. So those robots, all those buy orders, all those big block buy orders, it just got bought up like crazy. Um, in terms of stacking it, I couldn't give you I couldn't give you a good answer for that just because I haven't dove into that company fundamentally. But in terms of trading, it is in bearish trend right now. If you bought that low, or if you got that low, that was an awesome supply and demand buy. But at the moment, daily chart is bearish. Weekly chart, weekly chart not bearish yet. If we hold right here for the next 5 days, the weekly chart holds its bullish trend, but all the other time frames at the moment are bearish on it. We got a little bit of bullish momentum on the 1 hour and the 15 minutes, but the 4 hour and daily are bullish. I mean, sorry, the 4 hour and daily are bearish. Matic touched 13 cents since our last market update. That's bonkers. It really did, huh? Bruh, that's crazy. I don't even have Matic on this watch list anymore.
Matic, man.
The project that could near miss some good buys on near. Link just right back into all the moving averages right here and just bounce crazy. I think Link and Ondo are probably my only FOMO bags that I didn't get to add more on. Oh, and then also ETH at 2200. I'm always buying at that level, man.
What's your favorite level?
You know what, guys? Sometimes you just got to get some rest. Yeah, so what's going on in the crypto world of charts, Fody? You were gonna bring something up?
It's not a crypto chart. I mean, just if you hit the add button. Oh, you already have it pulled up. I was gonna say if you want to see like a beautiful chart, you know.
If I want to see a real
Yeah,
chart, here, let me turn on.
If you wanted to see a real chart, something like that, you know.
Yeah, let me turn on after hours. Oh,
Wow.
104.
Wow. It's a work of art. It's a work of art. It honestly is. Yeah, but anyways, crypto world guys, you know, not listen, not much new stuff to be honest. I'm just sticking.
Hey, which could just ask, what do we think about H bar? Jay, you got anything on H bar?
H bar long term, want to know your perspective. You know, I think it's a pretty modest, like safe American made token if we don't see capital gains tax on American tokens and you want to play that and bet on that, yeah. But you also, let's at a mathematical perspective, how high can it really go with its supply? You know, and then you have tokens obviously in front of it that it needs to compete with. I think what's it at right now? 24 cents.
27 cents. Yeah, which could I still have my chart pulled up.
27 cents with an all-time high of 47 cents. You know, I think you're good for a 2x on H bar. If you know, if we're in like, you know, in a steady bull market, you know. But yeah, I mean, it's a good it's an important framework definitely inside crypto. You know, I just personally, you know, I like playing around in the low cap undiscovered shit first because I'm sick.
Yep.
But yeah. But H bar, yeah, like my top altcoins, guys. If you want to know what my top alts are, and I'll say it till I'm blue in the face: Jupiter and Hyperliquid, and Aerodrome on base. One, because you know I'm a fan of base. Obviously, a Solana Max, kind of a Solana Maxi now. You know, and Hyperliquid just because you know they're kind of like the first exchange to be able to to decentralize perps on the scale that they are. You know, kind of no DEX has been able to do perps like they do on that scale. Um, and yeah,
H bar long term, I like it. Trading wise, so similar situation to a lot of coins. So look at H bar here on the daily, right? This whole time that we were above the 34 EMA, we were in trend, but now we've just had the 8 EMA cross below, and we're having candles open and close under the 34 EMA. So what could happen here is, right, once the new lows are made, right, the market doesn't just go straight up. The market goes, pulls back, goes, retests, tries to make new highs. If it doesn't make new highs, it tries again. If it doesn't make new highs, it pulls back to support. If it doesn't make new highs again, it pulls back to support again, and then it tries to make new highs, and then pulls back to support, yada yada, right? That's the way up. On the way down is it makes new lows, it comes back, it retests the 34 EMA. If it rejects, it pulls back and makes more lows. And then it retests the 34 EMA. If it rejects, it goes back lower again. So that's what's happening right now on H bar is we've made that low. We're in bearish trend. So if price action just rejects again right here, we're just going to go back and make new lows again. So in terms of trading, I'm not trading this. Don't 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 want to trade this. In terms of long term, I say I would put H bar right up there with OP.
yeah. What was I gonna say? Look at Ravstar said, "What percentage of your crypto portfolio is in stables right now?" I don't. My portfolio is not stabled up at all. I don't know about how are when you say stables, are you saying like stable coins, or do you mean like a relatively stable crypto? I'm not sure if Arthur's stabled up either, but
I'm like I'm like 40% stable up right now.
40%. What's the long term play for
Yeah.
BTC? When do you decide to take some profit? Next target 140k. I've been DCA since 30k. Only taking small profits so far. Narrative seems like we have one more big pump left with SBR.
Uh, I still plan on taking uh a lot off at 140, and just kind of reevaluating a lot of like my future crypto planning, financial planning, a lot of that, just because I spent a lot of time and focus for that price point. Um, ETH, it's been a battle. ETH,
Weird, right?
just I really want to dump above 4,400, 4,800, 5,400. Um, but yeah, at 140K, that's where I plan to take some off. Well, which kid? You you said what I wanted to say. It's been fucking pissing me off.
I will say this, guys, and I don't want you to underestimate it too. If if you have like a good portion of your portfolio stabled up, you probably should be putting it in a liquidity pool and earning on it.
Yeah.
And obviously pools for stable tokens is super low risk. Yeah, the fee that you're accruing is significantly less than if you were to get into something more volatile and more a little bit more riskier, but it's better than absolutely nothing. You know what I'm saying? Or stake, at least stake. If you're holding a big bag of Sol, stake your Sol. At least go on Jitto and stake it for, I think it's at 9% right now. Um, and it's an LST too. It's a liquid staking token, so you could actually stake that and then put that LST into something else. But how much can you earn on a liquidity pool? It depends. It depends on what the token is, what the volume is, um, what the fee is. Obviously, if there's super low fees, don't expect to make much unless you're playing with big money. Now, if like the pool has like like usually the riskier new launches that are super volatile will have the higher fees, just because they're new. Um, but yeah, I mean, you kind of just have to think like,
Justin, you got a question. How much can you
I was in
earn
the middle. I was
on the
in the middle of
liquidity
saying
pool?
something. I'll read it. I was in the middle of saying something.
I'm sorry. I have
That was like
ADD and I
crazy.
can't
Like,
see you from these sunflowers in front of your beautiful face. You're just behind these flowers right now. I can't see you over there.
yeah, if you want, dude, if which kid, if you want to park your money somewhere, I suggest you look into staking and doing dynamic liquidity market making. For your stables, how much can you earn? Yeah, I already read that. Which platform for staking Sol? Missed it. You go to Jitto. Just go on Twitter. Here, I'll put it in here. Just go on Twitter, search Jitto, and then go to their website, and and you could stake for an LST.
Fody, would you be down to do a video call? I mean, a call about staking?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty straightforward too, though. Like it's just one transaction that you need to make.
We want to be taught and led. Hold my hand.
Yeah. Here, I'll put the link in the chat. I'll put it in the. You want me to just put it in the crypto chat?
What's up? What?
The staking link.
Yeah, I mean, you could put the link, but I think we should also do a session. 7%? Wow, Coinbase Sol staking 7%. Not bad, not bad.
That's actually really good, dude. If I'm being honest. Jitto is at
ADA?
11% APY. 11.69%.
Let's check what Binance staking is right now. Binance US staking. They don't got that shit anymore, do they?
Binance US staking.
They do? What? That's dope.
Here, I'm putting in the chat right now for you guys.
All right, so right now, Binance is giving you 3.3% on Ethereum, 8.7% on Sol, 0.4% on BNB, 1.1% on ADA, 14% on Atom, 5% on One Harmony. Giving you 1.8% on VeChain. Any other noticeable names? Near. They got Near here for 5.7. Ledger's giving 10% on Near right now, guys. 10%. Oop. I was just recording. I gotta take a picture, not a recording. This is Binance.
Who watched the dynamic, the DLMM video I made? Who watched it? Because this is exactly what we're talking about right now.
Show of hands, anybody?
Show of hands. You guys asked for it. I made it.
You asked, he made. Here is all of the supported cryptos on Ledger for staking. Boom. Boom. Bang. You're gonna make these guys crash. Right, exactly. So, see, guys, that's the double-edged sword with staking, right? And I was telling Jay about this. I'm like, damn, I kind of want to stake Near because Ledger's given like 10, almost 11% on Near. But what if the token drops 10, 20% value? Then, you know. But you have to, if my thought is, if you're staking coins, it's coins that you think will kind of last and stay in the game, like your Ethereums, your Sol. If you believe in Near, right, then yeah, you just want to collect Near because what's the phrase, right? One ETH is one ETH, right? One Near is one Near, and that whole saying, one ETH is one ETH comes from the grind. Like when we were all we were trying to do is make more ETH, even if the ETH price was fluctuating. Like you would flip NFTs to get more ETH, or you would convert your ETH coins to get more ETH. But the whole goal was get more ETH because one ETH is one ETH, and then and the reason for that is because we're thinking about the price of one ETH in the future. So if you believe in these coins, then you know one Sol is one Sol because you get paid in Sol. If you stake Sol, if you stake Near, you get paid in Near. So one Near is one Near.
Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely.
All right, guys. Any questions? A little bit of a shorter live today. Need to learn more about Soul. What do you want to know about Soul?
Yeah, guys, ask some questions about Soul, bro. What you want to know about it? I could probably answer it for you. Yeah, MLG's the chosen one.
I love feeding.
You know which kid? A lot of people see it like a casino because Pump Fun really put this in the limelight when it came to like launching tokens and like how easy they made it and how readily accessible it was. And it kind of like Pump Fun really uh really shed the limelight on Soul in a negative way. But in reality, and I'll keep saying this, most of AI is built on Solana. Um,
50% of all current development on blockchain is being done on Solana.
mm, yeah, I mean, and then also like say what we will, like it's probably the most retail friendly chain too. I mean, yeah, we have layer twos on Ethereum, but like someone that's just jumping into crypto and you tell them, hey, you got to just do this layer two. So, they're going to be like, what the fuck you do? Layer two? What are you talking about? No idea. When Solana has done such a great job, especially Phantom, of, you know, of making the user interface so easy and readily accessible. Also, the DeFi products are outstanding on Solana. And you could thank Jupiter for that. You could thank Meteora for that. You could thank who else? Who am I thinking on the top of my head? But you get the picture. You thank Jitto for that too. Yeah, they might have a problem like when the network does get too congested, but like at the same time we got to think, right? Like uh still it still processes 65K transactions per second with ease. When it gets past that, obviously stuff gets wonky and it shuts down, and we absolutely do need to scale and quickly. But Solana has put in a ton of good incentives for new validators to come on board to help strengthen the network and help grow the network and help scale the network. But like I said, make no mistake. It still processes 65K transactions per second. That's more than XRP. That's way more than Ethereum. Ethereum's like 15 to 20, and that's a hell of a lot more than BTC. When it comes, and I'm not trying to compare Solana to BTC or anything. Obviously, BTC has store value, very little supply. Same thing with Ethereum, and Ethereum is I'm not fighting Ethereum by any means either, because Ethereum is the building blocks for a lot of crypto too. Like what you could build on top of Ethereum is fascinating, but you could also do the same thing with Solana.
All right.
Is it a good time to buy Sol now to hold?
I kind of like it chart wise here.
I'll say this, which kid I have a number in my mind, but it's always I've come to find out it's always like foolish to have like a scheduled goal, so to speak, or a goal, because like that's how you get caught on tops. But I would honestly be surprised if we don't hit around
Yep.
500 to 600 for Solana.
Uh, L4. So there was some FUD going around that Liberty Financial sold a lot of their crypto, but they were just switching it to wallets. And when the news came out that they were selling a lot of the crypto, the market dumped some more and then found out that it was FUD. Raf, in terms of the chart, this is kind of like that Google chart that this was the last big resistance before the big sell-off, and now if you look over to the right, that's where we're again trading at. So what price needs to do is it needs to be hold and stay above 255 for us to push, and then I do agree with Fody in terms of Soul. Like this should be a $400 coin pretty easily. But we need 255 level to hold for why? For the old resistance to become our new buddy at support and then take us higher to our beautiful golden ratio and give us a $400 soul. And that weekly chart is continuing to bounce off the 34 EMA. So for long-term holds, long-term investors, soul's at a great price, I think. Emphasis on long-term. No problem. Again, I I like this soul price now, especially if we close above the 34 EMA. I think it's a go. So in 5 days, if we're trading above, trading above 108.88, it's a go.
Uh, which kid? What I would do, I would have bought and sold yesterday, like
I'm
everybody else.
I'm not on vacation at all. I live in multiple countries throughout the year. I'm not on vacation at all, buddy. If I was on vacation, I would not be on this call.
Dang. Um. Yeah, I mean,
But one last thing on the soul chart, but do you guys see what I mean? That when after you lose the 34 EMA, right? Price action dips, comes back, it retests, it rejected, flushed, made a new low, and again right now, if we reject here, price action trading tells us that we're gonna reject down again once more. But I still, like I said, at these prices for the long term, I still think it's a good price.
yeah. I mean, dude, I'm constantly stacking soul, right? Still right now, like I'll still buy, I'll still put it away. I'm not selling it. I haven't sold any of my soul. I'm just trying to stack as much as I can.
XCN is pumping. Blaster keeps finding all these cryptos that pump.
Dude, you know how many people have been fucking telling me about XCN? This is Onyx coin, right? Yeah, this is an Onyx coin. How many is a good retirement on Soul? I think if we're gonna do math, man, I think
I think you just got to get more Bitcoin.
yeah, dude, just treat Bitcoin like a savings account. What I was doing, but to answer Witch's question, I was actually doing this math the other night. I think it was like I think it was like 340 soul from if it was I think 340 soul now would net you like a mil at 500. I could be way off. Hold on.
Damn, dude, XCN is up 1,000% this year. Faded that. Lit, another coin you like. Lit and wild. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was way off on that math. My bad.
Wow, lit. All right, I'm gonna have to add lit. Blast. I think it's time we get a little lit and maybe send a trade off on
Yeah,
lit.
2K sold. 2K sold. You're right. The fuck was I thinking? 300.
All right, guys. Yeah, there's definitely some good charts out there shaping up. I'm gonna add these on my watch list. I already did. And check out that Thanos snap we got the other day. All right, guys. I see a couple more people question. Yeah, Blaster's a goat. ASML Gap City. Man, if you guys took advantage of those gaps on the stock market the other week,
Bro,
sheesh.
MLG's taking me to the promised land.
My God, I need to
It
get some.
really is. Who holds MLG in the chat? Give me a show of hands right now. Who's holding MLG? Who got in at 5 mil with me? Blake, I love to hear it. Hey, wait, is this Blake? Blake, the one here? Oh wait,
No,
I'm thinking of.
no. All right, guys. We'll see you guys on the next live.